Hello and welcome to another international session of Let's Heal Together, preparing ourselves for liberation and ascension. And while we wait for everyone to gather, let us all collectively please visualize this session and all participants surrounded in white light for optimum protection and healing. And so we'll take 1 minute to just visualize the audience, all technology, and your team here surrounded in white light. Thank you. And welcome to everyone around the world. Thank you so much for joining us for another session of Let's Heal Together as we prepare ourselves for liberation and ascension. My name is Deborah, and I will be your host today. I'm coming to you from the United States, and I am a leader with the Sisterhood of the Rose and the Victory of the Light teams. And you may know me from my interviews with Cobra. I'm very excited to be with you today, and I'm very excited to bring with you a fabulous team, international, from around the world. And so let's take a minute to say hello to the team. So let's see. Let us say hello to May. Hi, May.
Hello. Good evening. Good night. Well, I'm May. I'm so happy to participate with you here in this beautiful session. And well, I don't know. Today, the energies, I can feel it with all the power of the sun, of this change, this summer solstitium. So, well, enjoy the session and take with all the love and heart open, because all that we have for you is with love and light. So thank you very much, and muchas gracias a todos los que nos están escuchando. Bienvenidos sean. Thank you, Deborah.
Oh, May, thank you for your beautiful words and for mentioning that we just experienced the summer solstice here in the Northern Hemisphere, the winter solstice in the Southern Hemisphere. And the energy is powerful. I think we can all feel it. And that's why we're super thrilled that this session is coming right after that, so that we can sort of piggyback on the back of all that beautiful, beautiful energy that came in. So we're going to have a powerful session today. So thank you, May. May's running our technology in the background, and we very much appreciate her. And we very much appreciate Cindy, who is coming to us from France. Hi, Cindy.
Hi, Deborah. Hi, everyone, and welcome. I'm Cindy from France, and I represent the Prepare for Change Network, and I'm very happy to be with you here to participate in this healing marathon to trigger the planetary liberation and our healing for ascension. So thank you, everyone, to be here with us.
Yes, thank you, Cindy. We appreciate you very much. And now we're going to say hello to Felipe. Hi, Felipe.
Hello, Deborah. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our session. I am extremely happy to be here this time. I am broadcasting to you from the north part of Germany, and it has been a beautiful day here. And We hope that this is going to be a fantastic session as well. I'm going to be sharing some information that I have about healing the 7 levels of the field in a few minutes. And yes, that's going to be amazing. Thank you, Deborah.
Thank you, Felipe. We are very much looking forward to Felipe's presentation today. And we do invite you to chat with us in the chat, and we can share some of your messages. We love to know where you're coming from. So drop a note in the chat and tell us where you're coming from. As I said, this is an international session done in English. We're coming to you from all over the world. So, let me explain what we're going to be doing today. We are going to be starting with a brief opening meditation in which we'll just do some grounding, connecting with our heart. And we are going to be setting an intention for this session. And then we need to prepare ourselves for the powerful work that we're going to do today. So we'll be doing some protection and preparation exercise. We'll do Command 1221. We'll do the protection protocol, and then we will invoke our I Am Presence and our Goddess invocation. And so then we change things up a little bit. We are going to be doing our healing segment in the beginning, in the first part of the session, and then doing the implant clearings in the second part. So we're going to try it this way. So let us know what you think of this. And as Felipe mentioned, he's going to be presenting healing the 7 layers of the field. So we look forward to that. Then we'll take a quick break. And you have a chance to share some more of your comments, ask some questions, and do any sharing that you have. Then we'll move on to the second part. And this is a very powerful implant clearing session, portion of the session. And Cobra has told us that it is essential that we continue to do the implant clearings, these exercises that we're doing. So we will do a contract cancellation, the 2 triangulation exercises, the crystal meditation technique, and we will also do the activation of the pineal pituitary energy field. So that's all real powerful. Then we'll just make a few announcements, share a few comments and questions, and then we are going to end with Command 771. And if you're familiar with this, if you've been with us before when we've done this, what we will do is play some beautiful healing music for 20 minutes as we invoke Command 1221. Now, this last part is optional. I know it's late in some parts of the world for people. And so if you decide that you don't want to stay on for that last part of Command 771, we understand. But it's also a great way, the way we've set it up now, you can simply join us at the very beginning as we invoke together, which is very powerful when we do it together, Command 771, and then you can drift off to sleep. And we will end the session that way. So we're very excited about this new format. So let us know what you think. We love your suggestions and opinions. And so let us move on. Oh, let me just remind everyone, since this is an international session, that we have translations of these exercises, of the implant exercises, in these languages that you see here. And you can find those on victorialuminous.fr/clearing-implants. And let me just share a few hellos from people. We got a lot of love, as you can see. We are coming to you from all over the world. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. A big welcome to anyone who's new today with us, and of course, so much gratitude for those of you that do attend on a regular basis. This work we're doing together is very, very powerful. It compounds upon itself, so we do encourage you to attend as often as you can. We are doing these sessions now once a month because they're a little bit longer. So we're going to be about 2.5 hours today. We'll try to keep it to no more than that, but there will be a break, as I said, in between. So, but we appreciate your commitment to doing this work. And we have Kelly. Hi, Kelly from Ireland. Oh, and we have Joseph Mack from Virginia. So thank you, everyone, for attending with us. We do love that you're here. And so let us start today with our opening meditation. And for this, we are simply just going to calm ourselves, get grounded, connect with our heart. And we're going to start with some deep breathing. Many of us have had a busy day. Maybe we've rushed to be here. Maybe there's some things that you need to let go of. We want to be in our most powerful self to do this work tonight. And so let's start with some very deep breathing. Take those clearing breaths. And as you breathe out all of the stresses of the day. Breathe out any of the chaotic energy that you may have taken on throughout the day. Breathe out any of the collective energy that you may have absorbed throughout the day. Breathe it out. Push it out if you have to. Release. Release. And now in this void that we have created within us, we bring our attention to our energetic heart center. And I would encourage you to even place your hands in the area of that energy of your heart. Feel the warmth. Feel that glow. This is that divine spark that is within you, that is always within you. It is always there. It may dim sometimes, but this is that divine spark of your soul that is always there. Connect with this. And as you focus on it, feel it getting brighter and brighter and brighter. Feel this energy getting more powerful so that it radiates out from your body. And visualize a portion of this light going into the center of the earth, grounding you, connecting with the energy of Mother Gaia. And feel this energy reaching all other beings of light on the planet and reaching to all beings of light outside of the planet into Source. And this divine spark in you is where all of your wisdom lies, in all of your knowledge. Focus on this and ask to create an intention for this session. What is it you would like from this session? Why are you here? What is your intention for yourself, for humanity, and for the planet? What is your intention for today? State it, declare it and decree it. And in doing so, it is. Sit with that intention for a moment, knowing that it is and will be. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and we will return to the session. Thank you. And we are now ready to continue. Now we will prepare ourselves and protect ourselves for the rest of the session. And we will start with our first exercise, which is Command 1221 Invocation. This is a very powerful command. And I'm going to turn this over to Cindy, who does a wonderful job in explaining this to us, how we can use this command today and every day. Thank you, Cindy.
Thank you, Deborah. So, each of us is linked to a multidimensional galactic team who uses positive quantum Mjolnir technologies and Stardust technology to scan us remotely and assist us. First, why the numbers 12 and 21? So, we use the numbers 1221 command in stellar healing, and it is to generate the bridge between the human trinity, 1 plus 2 equals 3, and the 2 plus 1 trinity of the I am. And then 12 are the layers of your DNA. 12 are the creative geneticists of the original Pleiadian human race that had to reach up to 21 active layers to be the light human, for you to be able to connect to your multidimensional aspects. So the command 1221 has two main functions. The first one is to help us, assist us even in case of emergency. And each time you invoke the protocol after that, your personal team will check your status and help whenever and however they can. And the command 1221 also has a communication function. You can use this code to communicate with your team. And do not hesitate to consider each member of your team as a true friend. Talk to them as if they were in front of you as 3D beings. Confide in them your fears, your worries, your questions, feelings, and emotions. Open your heart to them. And when you speak to them, be very precise. Describe your situation exactly. Whether it is a health problem, financial, psychological, mental, energetic, etc. And talking to your team and opening your heart to them can calm your heart, your mind, and help you raise your vibratory frequency. So you need to repeat 3 times in a row out loud, command 1221. It is more efficient to say it out loud. And you can use this code whenever you want, every day, even several times a day, several times a night. But be aware that it is not a complete and automatic physical, energy, and spiritual protection. So now we are going to let you 1 minute to speak out loud 3 times in a row. Command 1221.
Thank you, Cindy. And let's all, for a moment, just feel the power of our team surrounding us. And let us also visualize, as we are positioned around the planet, our teams of light joining together, all of us, with our powerful teams, forming a beautiful circumference around the planet and increasing the power of the light grid. These beings will be with us through this session, and for that, we are so grateful. Okay, and now we are moving on to our second exercise. This is a protection protocol in which we will be visualizing a semi-permeable egg shield sphere around us of light. And this is a really, really powerful meditation. We suggest doing it every day. Great way to start your day, great way to end your day. And so you can find this meditation in many languages on the Wheel of Mass Meditation YouTube channel. So for this, it's a 7-minute video. All we're going to do is simply close our eyes and visualize as we use this guided audio. We'll see you back here in 7 minutes.
Relax your body, emotions, and mind by focusing on your breath or in any other way that works for you. Visualize a brilliant white vortex of light emanating from your soul star chakra, moving in a clockwise direction downwards throughout your body, purifying the energy fields of your physical, plasma, etheric, emotional, and mental bodies. Maintain this vortex by connecting it to the source of universal light and program it to maintain all your energy bodies purified. Visualize an egg-shaped, semi-permeable mirror shield around your auric field of your physical, plasma, etheric, astral, and mental bodies. This mirror shield allows all positive energies into your energy field, but reflects and bounces all negative energies back to their source. Program this mirror shield to alert you when any type of negative energy is directed your way, and let it reflect it back to its origin. Visualize light rearranging all parts of yourself and all parts of your energy fields back into a state of balance and harmony. While doing this, you can hum the mantra Om, because Om is the primeval sound of light, and its resonance will restore harmony most effectively.
And welcome back. As I mentioned, that meditation is available on the We Love Mass Meditation YouTube channel, and it is very important when we do any kind of light work that we do protect ourselves beforehand. It's just set that intention that you start your day being fully protected as we go about our day with all of the crazy energies right now. This is ever more important. And so this is one protection protocol that is very useful. There are many others, and many people do a combination of them. Before we started this session, we used the violet flame, and that's an important one too. So as you're guided, do the ones that you're guided to do, and you may have your own that you create yourself. But the important thing is that you do work with the light in protecting yourself. So Okay, let us move on to our third exercise. This is the last of our preparation exercises before we move on to the healing segment. And with this, we are going to connect to our I am presence. And we're also going to be calling in the goddess to bring in some beautiful, beautiful, powerful goddess energy into this session. The goddess energy is very much needed on the planet right now. And so we will be invoking the goddess as well as the I am presence. And so for this exercise, again, it's all you have to do is listen in and let's see. So with this exercise, we are going to connect to the I am presence. And as I mentioned, after that, we will invoke the presence of the goddess. We will invoke the presence of the goddess into our reality. We will bring the presence into our physical body. And so, as usual, we will first connect to the I am presence first. And after that, we will invoke the goddess. So, when we connect to the I am presence, it helps to legitimate the contract cancellation that we are going to be doing a little later on when we work with the implant clearings. We have these contracts that we have had to make with the dark forces, and we can cancel them layer by layer, and invoking the I am presence helps. So we'll work with dissolving the implants in our forehead that are designed to separate us from that I am presence and from source. So what this I am presence invocation does is it reconnects us. So first we will start and close your eyes and relax. Take a few deep breaths. And first, I'm going to say 2 invocations very slowly. And you can repeat them, say them out loud if possible. So let us say, I call upon the pillar of pure white light to descend upon me and to form around me. I call upon the presence of the I am that I am. And I ask the presence of the I am that I am to join and merge with me. And to now visualize and call upon the energy to move upward inside the pillar of light in the direction of higher light, through my crown chakra at the top of my head. I energize my chakras one by one. I energize and harmonize my 8th chakra, the soul star chakra, and I visualize and see my 8th chakra filled with pure white light. It is bright and clear and shining. I now energize and harmonize my 9th chakra, the spirit star chakra, seeing it filled with beautiful white light. I now move this light up and energize and harmonize my 10th chakra, the universal chakra, filling it with light. And I now energize and harmonize my 11th chakra, the galactic chakra, connecting the light. And finally, energizing and harmonizing my 12th chakra, the divine gateway. And in my 12th chakra, I meet, merge, and unite with my I Am presence. I bring back this presence and imbue my body with the presence, coming in from the top of my head, through my body, all the way to the bottom of my feet, and then all the way to the core of Gaia, Mother Earth. And now continue to keep your eyes closed and relax. Breathing deeply. This time you don't need to repeat what I'm saying. Just simply relax and listen. Breathing deeply. And visualize a loving divine presence. A beautiful, warm, caring, tender, but also very powerful goddess descending from the sky and entering your physical body. Her presence harmonizes your inner woman, whether you're male or female, energizing the divine feminine part of yourself. And this makes us more loving. And let us now together visualize that men and women are living in perfect understanding, in pure love. Visualize our society living in peace and harmony. Visualize that all of our wounds are healing. Visualize that we all have a connection with our soul and the source in perfect balance of our inner male and female aspects. You have now invited in the goddess, and for a moment, stay united with her presence. And when you are ready, open your eyes. Take a few good breaths. We have connected with our I Am presence as well as the loving energy of the goddess. So wonderful, wonderful. Okay. Oh, how does that feel, everyone? How does that feel? I know I feel pretty good. So great. All right. Well, now we are moving on to the healing portion of the program. As I said, we have switched things around a little bit. We normally do this in the second half, but we've decided we're going to try it in the first portion. And we are bringing on Felipe to present a very powerful exercise with us. So, Felipe, I will turn this over to you and you can guide us through this. Thank you.
Thank you, Deborah. Right. We all have hit our legs or elbows somewhere sometime in our lives, and the first reaction that we have is that we reach to that area where the pain is and then try to soften it by placing our hand and then moving it around it. So this is basically a way that the body has to let us know that we do have healing capacities. So we have these healing capacities, and now we are going to be using them a little bit more powerful them. And we are going to learn a couple of things that we can do to heal ourselves. To do this first, we are going to start with the grounding. And we are going to ground ourselves. But what does it mean, grounding? Okay. Part of the energy that is us enters a human body so we can start our mission on Earth. And this is already a separation. Later, as we go through life, we tend to remove ourselves from the environment in which we are in. Sometimes we even create a bubble because we do not like it, we do not fit in something like this. And this is another separation that we have with our consciousness. So the idea is to anchor again our consciousness to the earth so we can have a clear idea of what do we need to do, and we can set the basis for a wonderful earth like experience. So we are going to anchor with the earth, and we are going to be able to receive and share the energy from the planet for our own healing and for the healing of the rest of our world, whether it be our classmates, our colleagues, our family, and so on. So we have to be grounded in order to use the energy of the earth. And we are going to also anchor this energy that is us, that comes from the cosmos, from above, from the spiritual realms, and so on. Okay, so in this picture, we have something that is called the dungeon. Dungeon means field of energy, and it is around 5 centimeters or 2 inches below our belly button. So we can now, whenever it is possible, please stand up. And let us all visualize that our hands are in front of us. So we are going to visualize that we have some extensions of light that are coming out from our fingers. Okay. And then when we visualize and when we feel that we have this light coming out from our fingers, we are going to place the fingers in the direction of the dungeon, of the direction of this field of energy that is found 5 centimeters or 2 inches below our belly button. Okay, so now we are going to feel that this dungeon starts glowing brighter and brighter. And now we are going to send a beam of light to the core of the earth. And this beam of light is like a laser that is going from the dungeon, from our dungeon, to the center of the earth, like a laser. Once it reaches the center of the earth, we receive a beam of light back from the earth through our perineum, back to the dungeon, and it's bright wider. And it makes the dungeon even brighter and brighter. And both energy currents increase in brightness, in power. Now, we are going to visualize from how is it that from our feet, or from our both feet, beams of light go in the direction of the earth. These beams, like a root of a tree, down to the earth, grounding deeper and deeper. And visualize now the energy of your dungeon increasing. So we feel completely grounded, completely connected to the earth, with both streams of light going up and down from our dungeon to the center of the earth, and from the center of the earth, another beam of light that reaches our dungeon. Now, what we also can do is remove our hands from our dungeon, and then we put both hands on our sides, each one of the sides of our hips, and then we are going to feel like there's a lot of energy in there, and then we are going to push this energy to the earth. This is our own energy. We are additionally grounding ourselves. Always breathing in and breathing out through the nose at the speed, at the level, at the deepness that we want, feeling this beautiful energy connecting from our bodies to the center of the earth and back. Very well. Now that we are grounded, we are going to achieve Hara. Hara is the state of being centered. In the center of Hara, Hara is our field of intention. Everything in our lives is connected to this field of intention, and if we can connect to the center of Hara, we can hold the vibration that will give us the outcome we want. So a state of wholeness is very important for the work we do, because it puts us into a state of no action, a void or no mind that can interfere with the work we do. So to be in the center of Hara is extremely important when we do, for example, meditation or when we do healing, because we do not want any interference from our field coming into the healing. So we can properly do this healing without any interruption and interference. And it is as if we were to be outside of our energy field for a while. And then this puts us in the dimension of Hara, to be centered, to use to manifest something, and in this case, healing. So, to connect with Hara, we are going to begin. So, if we are standing up, we continue standing up. So, let's begin by bending our knees a little bit and doing what we did before. So, we are visualizing that there's a beam of laser light that is coming from our dungeon all the way to the earth, and the earth is coming back with this energy, with a very wide beam of light that is going through our body. And now we are going to visualize Hara. Is it like a beam of light, a column of light that is surrounding us now? And we are going to tap into this light. We are going to place our hands as if we were going to hold on to this column of light, and the hand that is pointing to the sky is going to be roundabout in front of our hearts, and the hand that is pointing to the earth is going to be on top of the dungeon, in front of the dungeon. Our fingers can be closed, we can do a mudra if we want, and our hands are extended. So now let us visualize that we use our hands as if we were guiding this light. And we are going to stay in there for a few moments. Our hands align with the light. We feel that there is no interruption. We feel that we are entering in a state of nothingness, of a state of a void, a state of no action. All the thoughts, even this voice, will not interrupt your connection with Hara, with a state of being centered, to connect to this field of intention. Now, we are going to raise the hand that is pointing to the sky, and we are going to place it above our heads, around 30 centimeters or 1 feet above our heads, and visualize there is a light there. And we are going to grab this light, and we are going to bring this light, which is our higher consciousness, to our consciousness. You can decide where your consciousness is and bring this light, our higher consciousness, into our consciousness so it can be a merge. And when we do this, we feel an increase in our awareness. We feel connected to our higher consciousness, and it will remain like this for as long as we want. Very well. So, this exercise is about healing the 7 levels of the field. So I'm going to describe a little bit what does it mean, the field. The field is the bioenergy field that is us. It's the entire bioenergy field that makes us. It has been said that a body has an energy field around it, but it's actually the other way around, because from this bioenergy field, there is a precipitation of energy in a three-dimensional density, and we know this as the physical human body. In this energy field, there's a lot of storage. There's our thoughts, our emotions, our programming, and so on. Perhaps this example will help us to understand what our field and its levels are. Let's suppose that we have a white jar or a container made of glass. In this glass jar, we are going to place mid-size stones all the way until it's completely filled out. And now we are going to place sand. And now we are going to place water. Each one of them, the stones, the sands, and the water, are in the same container. However, they are in their own space. The same is with the field of energy that we are. And we are going to work now on each of the levels of the field independently from each other. The reason why we are going to work on these fields, it is that it is very important to give healing to every part of our being, so the healing is complete, holistic, so the healing has all the reasons to work. So we can remove the source of the sickness, instead of just patching it and hoping it goes away. So if we find the source and we cure it, then the rest is going to be also healed by consequence. We are a fantastic energy system, and all the parts together need to work properly to guarantee the proper flow of energy. And it is like just about any kind of engine, a motor, for example. If one of the parts is blocking the entire flow of energy, then obviously it's not going to work very well. But if we heal the entire field of energy, all the 7 fields, then it's going to be fantastic, because the energy is going to flow completely free, and flow from the universe is going to be fantastic. Before I start with the levels, I want to clarify the difference between the 7 chakras and the 7 levels. So they are different, okay? They are not the same. Each chakra has a definite location in the body. Chakra, the name itself means rotating wheel in Sanskrit. And but it is the levels of the field extend through the entire body and are everywhere in the entire body, in the entire bioenergy field. In other words, each chakra has its is living or is dwelling inside the 7 levels of the field. Very well. So we are going to start now with the first level of the field. It is known as the etheric body. Okay, and it is the template where the body tissue is formed. If we regenerate the etheric level, our body will become healthy and strong. To heal this first level of the field, we will place our hands in the area where the root chakra is. So we're going to put our hands in between our legs. And the color associated with the chakra is red. And we are going to deploy this color energy all over our body. You know that the color of red means is this color of the fire. It symbolizes love, passions, emotions, sensuality, happiness, vitality, power, valor, courage, strength, leadership, and so on. So we are going to use this color to heal the first level of the field. So the first chakra is pointing down to the earth and brings the energy of this area of the universe around us to our adrenal glands. Adrenal glands produce hormones that help regulate our metabolism, our immune system, our blood pressure, and it allows us to have proper response to stress and other essential functions. So it is extremely important that we have this first level of the field, the level that is much more connected, closer to our physical body, very healthy. So we are going to start feeling again our dungeon. We are going to, as we did before, we are going to send a laser beam down to the core of the earth. And we are going to receive back from the earth a beam of light, which makes the dungeon very bright. And we are going to place our hands this time between our legs and feel the vibration, the frequency, the wavelength of the color red. Let us feel red more than visualize it. Let us feel what might feel like. Just don't think, just feel the color red. And if you feel any tingles, any vibration, it's even better. Now hold that frequency with your hands and completely bathe your body with the color red. Let's fill out the first level of the field with this red color. We breathe in red, we breathe out red, and now we extend this red color through the entire body. We're going to feel our hands. We can use our hands to move this red energy to our feet, our legs, our knees, our hips, everywhere in our body. We bathe ourselves with this red color. Our arms, our shoulders, neck, everything, our head. We feel completely bathed on this red color. If we want to grab more of this red color, obviously we can put our hands in between our legs in the first chakra and pick up the color red from this location and extend it. Continue extending it everywhere in our body. And now let us all together feel an immense healing happening in our etheric bodies. Our etheric body filled with red energy. The energy needed to precipitate a healthy physical body. And once we fill out our bodies with red energy, we are going to continue extending this red color energy. We are going to extend it through the entire room where we are, completely filling it with the red color energy. And when we feel that it is completely working and it has gotten life of its own, so to speak, we feel it completely working and perfectly aligned with our intention, we are going to continue now with the second level of the field. The second level of the field is our emotional body, and is where the feelings about ourselves and others are. We can regenerate it by having unconditional love for the self. To heal this level, we are going to use the frequency of the second chakra, the orange color. This chakra, the sacral chakra, supplies with energy to the endocrine glands and connects with our creativity and sexuality. As you can understand, we live in a society that has a lot of suppression and misinformation about this, and we are going to remove this conditioning. So we are going to concentrate now and feel the orange from our sacral chakra. Feel how the chakra is spinning and sending this light. And we are going to feel this with this orange light, our hands, and move this energy all over our bodies like we did before. The orange color is the color of passion, is the color of strength, equilibrium, happiness, and symbolizes creativity, will, power, character, and personality. So we are going to extend this orange color everywhere as we did before. We grab it from the second chakra and we start bringing it to our feet, our legs, knees, upper part of the legs, hips, everywhere in our bodies, our thorax, shoulders, and so on. And once we feel that this color has completely covered our body, let us all together feel this intense healing happening in us by feeling unconditional love for ourselves. And once we feel that our second level of the field has been completely filled with this beautiful orange color, we extend this color through the entire room where we are, pushing the red, and it stays around us. And now, once we feel that the orange is properly working in our second level, we are going to go to the third level of the field, which is known as the mental body. And this is where the logical mind and belief systems reside. To regenerate it, we are going to create thoughts of higher vibration and clear belief systems of lower vibration. The third chakra, the solar plexus, gives power to the pancreas. During digestion, our pancreases create pancreatic juices called enzymes. These enzymes break down sugars, fats, and starches. And it helps properly the digestive system by making hormones. So we are going to use the beautiful golden yellow from our solar plexus to cover our bodies the same way as we did before. We are going to work on the mental level now. So let us all visualize together that there's a beautiful vortex of light showing in the area of our solar plexus, in front and the back of us. And we are going to place our hands there and we're going to feel the frequency, the vibration of the golden yellow. Yellow is the color of the sun, of the light of the sun, and it represents intelligence, originality, happiness, equilibrium, mental power, wiseness, and energy in general. It is a color that brings honor and loyalty. So we are going to use this color now, and we are going to do it as before. We are going to pick it up from our solar plexus, and we are going to send it everywhere in our mental body, all the way from the bottom to the top, as the picture in front of us is showing. We feel completely our mental body with this beautiful golden yellow light. From the top to the bottom, left and right. And let us all together create thoughts of higher vibration, very high vibration. And this is going to clear beliefs systems of lower vibration. Higher vibration, clearing beliefs of lower vibration. If you feel like you are seeing spots, dark spots, or stuff like this, grab them with your hands and then throw them away. You do not need them anymore. That might be a belief of lower vibration that is stuck somewhere in your mental body. Just grab them and throw them away. And once you have felt that this mental body is completely filled out with this beautiful golden energy, fill the room where you are with this golden energy as well. And now that you're feeling that the third level of the field is working everything correctly and properly, we are going to go to the fourth level of the field, which is known as the astral body. Oh, this is a very important body because it holds the records of our soul experiences, archetypal beliefs, relationships, and childhood memory. So, if we want to regenerate the astral level, we will feel unconditional love for others. To heal this fourth level of the field, to purify it, to make it whole, we are going to use the energy that comes from our hearts. Okay, and the hearts holds the green color. The green color is the color of nature and life. It symbolizes healing, hope, love for life, growth, honesty, protection, and truth. It is also the color of fertility, and it represents other things that are extremely positive for our lives as well. Right, so we are going to place both of our hands on top of our heart, and we are going to feel that chakra, that rotating wheel. And we are going to visualize that our hands are filling themselves up with this beautiful green energy. It is important to notice that this heart chakra connects both parts of the body, the higher and the lower parts of the body. And it is also the heart that opens a doorway between the physical and the spiritual dimension. So with that in mind, let us all keep together this feeling that the green energy is bringing this connection to the spiritual dimension into the physical. And we are going to feel love, lots of love. And we are going to start feeling the frequency of the color green. The chakras spinning and bringing this energy from the field And we are going to take it with our hands and we are going to place it all over the fourth level of our field. The same way as we did before, we are going to bring this beautiful green energy everywhere in our bodies. From the top to the bottom, you can use the picture so you know how to send or where to send this energy, the astral body, which is around us. Always breathing in and breathing out. You can also visualize that you are breathing in green and breathing out green. And this color feeling everywhere, the fourth level, the astral level. And once you finish this, now fill the entire room with this energy of love. And now feel unconditional love for others. Unconditional love for all the people around us. And now let's fill the entire room where we are with this frequency of the green color. And once we feel that everything is working fine, we are going to go through the fifth level of the field. Then we can relax our hands. And the fifth level is what is called the causal body. And it is the original soul blueprint, with all the records being held on this level of the field, all the information about ourselves. And we can regenerate this level if we connect to the divine will and awake to our higher truth and purpose. So, to heal this level of the field, we are going to use the throat chakra. The throat chakra powers the thyroid glands. The thyroid glands produce hormones that regulate the body's metabolism, the rate of controlling the heart, the muscles, and digestive functions, brain development, and bone maintenance. The throat chakra will give us the frequency of the light blue color. It is important to remember that there's a lot of people that are suppressed there in the throat chakra, which means that they are not speaking their truth. And it is important that we use this throat chakra because when we speak our truth, then we make things happen. And we can also later decree and command, not only for ourselves, but for the rest of humanity. And it is definitely one of the most powerful tools that we have in our life. So, the light blue color that is associated with the throat chakra that we are going to use to heal the fifth level of our field, the causal level. This light blue color is symbolizes the power of the word, the magic of speaking, the capacity to communicate with others, and to develop a better relationship with life. It is the color of understanding, of softness, and tranquility. So we are going to, as we did before, we are going to put our hands on our chakra, on throat chakra. We can put one hand in the front and one hand in the back, in our necks. And we are going to visualize how this throat chakra is spinning and giving us this light blue color. And once we feel that we have this light blue color in our hands, we breathe in light blue color and we breathe out light blue color, and we start filling our entire causal body with this beautiful light blue color. Everywhere, from the top, from out to the bottom, up and down, left and right. And once we feel our causal body is completely filled up with this beautiful light blue color, we expand and we fill out our room with this light blue color. And we leave it there working. And now we are moving on to the sixth level of the field, which is known as the celestial body. And this is where the divine bliss and angelic celestial realms connect with us. To regenerate this field, we can embody unconditional love for all the creation. And to heal this energy field, the celestial one, we are going to use the third eye chakra. And the third eye chakra powers the pituitary gland, which is called the master gland, as the hormones it produces control the many different processes in our body, because it senses the body needs and sends signals to different organs and glands through the body to regulate their functions and maintain an appropriate environment. This is on the physical level. And on the spiritual level, it just allows us to see beyond what it is, to see in other dimensions. The frequency associated with this third eye chakra is the frequency of blue color. And we are going to use this blue color also to do a little bit of massage in our celestial body. Now, the blue color is associated with deepness, with immensity, as we can see, for example, in the ocean. When we stare to the ocean, we see a beautiful blue color, and that is deepness, immensity, stability. It also symbolizes spirituality, truth, knowledge, integrity, seriousness on the path, serenity, harmony, fidelity, responsibility. So we are going to use the frequency of the blue to bathe our celestial body also in that frequency. So we can breathe in blue, breathe out blue. We can put our hands in our third eye, and that's on third eye chakra. And we are going to visualize how the chakras are spinning and giving us this beautiful blue light that we are going to now scatter, send, cover our entire celestial body with it. Beautiful celestial body with beautiful blue light that is being covered with all over the place. From head to toe, we can concentrate on the picture if we want. There's a beautiful representation of the celestial body there, filling it completely with blue. You might have noticed that the levels are increasing, are getting bigger and bigger. And now when we feel that this beautiful blue light is working, we feel unconditional love for all the creation. And now we can extend, as we did before, this blue frequency all over the place where we are, filling up the entire room and even beyond, if we wish so, with this blue light. And now, once we feel that everything is working, we are going to jump to the seventh level of the field. And the seventh level of the field is known as the spirit body, and it is where the divine wisdom and truth and universal love resides. To activate the spirit level, we awaken to the light and unity of the source. And to activate this, we are going to connect with the energy that is bringing us our crown chakra, which is the color violet. And it is a connection to the universal wisdom and brings cosmic frequencies. That is what the chakra does. The violet color means faith, magic, the capacity to transform ourselves and to modify things, to transmute. It is a color of mystics, and it is very important for our spiritual growth, and it's also used very much for protection and so on. So we are going to concentrate also on our crown chakra, and we are going to pick up that mesmerizing, that shining violet light, full of energy, full of information from the source, from the universe. And we are going to bring and bathe our entire spirit body with this light. So we are going to feel the chakra on top of our heads spinning. We are going to feel this connection to the cosmos. And we are going to start spreading this beautiful violet light all over our spirit body. Bringing us connection to the unity consciousness, bringing us to the state of knowing. Because we can learn from others, and we can know, and we know stuff, but the state of knowing is a complete connection with the source, and this is what we want to achieve. So we feel a strong connection to the light and the unity of the source. And we start spreading this beautiful violet light everywhere our spirit body is. We feel our spirit body, we've connected with the light. We can also visualize a beam of light that is coming from the source and entering. And once we feel that we have filled out more completely our spirit body with this light, we are going to push it to around us in a way that it completely fills the entire room where we are. So now we have worked on our etheric body, on our emotional body, mental body, astral body, causal body, celestial body, spirit body, and our healing is complete. May it be so, it is so, and it will be so. Thank you.
Thank you, Felipe. Wow. I have to come back here a second. I think I was floating someplace with all of that
Yeah,
fabulous work. Wow.
yeah. It's incredible the way how can we tune to all this information and actually do something so impressive for us, so incredible. I'm totally excited about this because once we learn how to heal ourselves, we can spread this healing to everybody as well, to anchor these codes of information into the planetary grid so everybody can be a physician, no? And that would be awesome, no? Amazing. Yeah.
Well, and that's a great way to say it. We can be a physician to ourselves. So um, that's really wonderful.
Mhm.
You said so many powerful things today that just resonated so much, at least with me, and I'm sure with our audience. And we'd love, in a moment, we'll take a little break and have and take some comments that people and share some comments that people make. But um, I I even loved when you started out. You were explaining about the jar. Because
Mhm.
we all hear about our non-physical bodies, and sometimes it's hard to um, comprehend exactly that. We our society programs us that we are only our physical body, and the way you described it with the rocks, the sand, and the water, all held in one container, just made such great sense. And thinking, that's how our non-physical bodies are. So I'm really I love that you shared that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, just some really, and I want to remind everyone too that this session is recorded, and you'll be able to find it on the Sisterhood of the Rose YouTube channel. And I would highly suggest going back. Well, we always suggest going back to review these sessions as well, or share it with others who weren't able to attend. But even to go back and do this exercise that you walked us through here with the levels, I think would be really fabulous for people to do. So
And I have good news. This is just the beginning. So there's a second part and probably third part as well. We will see how can I accommodate it.
yay, Felipe.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna push you to
Yeah.
keep doing this. I know you mentioned a part two, and I wasn't aware of the part three, but I think this is really important, powerful work. We talk about healing ourselves, um, but in doing the healing work for ourselves, we are also healing each other and healing humanity, and moving us closer to where we all want to be, in that place of liberation and ascension. So there has never been a more critical and important time to do this kind of work. So yeah, I would highly encourage people to go back and do this as often as you can, and
Mhm.
and then to join us for future sessions as we continue with this. So Felipe, just thank you again so very much. Is there anything else I also wanted to give a shout out to my daughter Ella, who drew the pictures for the grounding and the hara. So yeah, I
Yeah.
wanted to share that. And
Thank you. Yeah.
yeah, and but so please, if you guys have comments, questions, anything that you'd like to share, what your experience from the session, as we take just this would be your time now, if you would like to, as we continue the rest of the program for the next hour. If you do need to refill that water glass or make a quick trip to the restroom, this would be your time to do that, that we can move forward with the rest of the program, as we just share a couple of comments and make a few statements. And Felipe, I don't know if there's anything else that you would like to share. While you're thinking of that, let me just share a few comments from people. Kelly, or Keely, I'm not sure how she says that, said, "Thank you so much. I feel so light." Um, yeah, I'm with you, sister. Like I said, when I realized I had to come back on and unmute myself, I was like, "Wow, am I in the physical?"
Yeah.
Yeah. So feeling light is I'm sure a sense. And Felipe, would you like to um offer any suggestions on what people might, we always say drink water and such after doing some of this work, but is there anything else when working with these levels? Is there any other suggestions that you have for us?
Yeah, well, the thing is that we have to continue doing this healing because, I mean, it is our own work, okay? The work that we have to do in order to continue with our ascension, to get rid of all this luster, no? All these heavy loads that we do not need anymore. And so, especially, for example, in the astral body where all the emotions are, so many emotions that we have had in our lives, it needs a thoroughly cleaning. No? It needs to go to the laundry many, many times. And if we continue with this path and then we um, mix it with command 777, for example, 771, then we are going to allow our guides to come to us and then help us to discover things and stuff that we need to clear up, to clean up. Okay. And it is going to be like a thread. So you start pulling at a little bit. At the beginning, for example, the ego says, "No, I'm fine. I'm totally fine. I'm cool. No, I don't need anything. No." But then you start finding one thing and the other thing and the other thing, and suddenly you find a lot of stuff that you have to work on, which is good because it comes in the proper time where you can discover this and then heal it, because the tools are going to be available for you as well. And so it is a beautiful moment in your life where you can sit and digest this information and move forward completely, releasing all this 3D stuff that is so heavy that we do not really need anymore.
Right. Well, and I think so many of us are finding that there is stuff coming up, stuff maybe we thought we had cleared or stuff that we weren't aware of. And, when we say stuff, you know what we mean. We mean that heavier density energy that we've carried from this lifetime's past lifetimes and even the collective. And with the time of ascension and this great shift happening, and with it coming so much closer, this is the time for us to make that, to lighten the load. I just want to share real quick a very, very intense dream I had just a couple days ago. It was very lucid. And I'll give you the short version of it. But basically, I was feeling a huge sense of urgency. I was visiting my family home, and I was feeling a huge sense of urgency, like I had somewhere to go. And I was thinking I had a flight to catch to get back to where I live. But I was carrying this really heavy suitcase. It was huge. And I was like trying to ask my mom and dad or someone for a ride to the airport, and no one would help me. And they're like, "You're on your own, you're on your own." And I'm like, "I can't do this with this heavy suitcase I'm dragging around, but I gotta go." And they're like, "Where do you have to go?" I'm like, I'm not sure, but I feel like I have to go home. But it was so intense. And all I felt so like no one would help me, and it was really all on me. Like I had to help myself, and I had to lighten this load, and there was a sense of urgency. And I, upon waking, which I was kind of in a panic when I woke, I really I meditated on it, and the guidance that I got was that there is a sense of urgency, and that we have to lighten our loads, not just in the physical world, but on all of these levels that you just shared with us, to purify and clean, and really
Hmm.
lighten our load, so that we can vibrate at the highest place possible, and we can be as light as possible. And I think that's why so many of us felt really light afterwards, because this exercise was helping us to lighten that load.
One of
So
one of the things that we also have to work on, and this is quite important, is our triggers. No, what triggers us? And I heard the phrase that throw me into a massive amount of meditation. It was something like this: when you are triggered, it is never the others; it is just your programming. Yeah. So that means that we have to enter into this meditation mode in which we can discover why is it that we are being triggered? Why is it that somebody did something, or somebody said something, or something happened around us that is causing a sudden emotion that is of a very low vibration and fear, whatever it is, no? So um, life is bringing us the opportunity through all these energies from the solstice and whatever, because it's so much bombardment of energies nowadays that is impressive. The opportunities to wash away all those triggers, to identify them and to remove them. And this is by itself a great thing that is happening to us everywhere in the planet. And I've seen many people that are working on this, and it's amazing. No?
oh, absolutely. In our first reaction is oftentimes too, when we're triggered, is to blame someone else, but
Hmm.
that's our ego, and this is where it's so important that we do take personal responsibility, and look at it is a reflection of us, and what is it that this is reflecting back to me, that I need to heal within myself.
Hmm.
And so yeah, I think the especially those of us, as light workers, are the time of blaming others is over, and it's really time, as I said, as I experienced in my dream, there is a sense of urgency to really take responsibility, and do our healing work and our cleanup, and which is one of the reasons that we've added this portion into our program that we're doing, because we were all guided that it is time to heal.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I usually do with my triggers is when I feel something that is triggering me, I said I say to myself, why is Felipe feeling like this? No, not why I am feeling like this, but why is Felipe feeling like this? And this gives us a different context, no? So I can observe myself from a little bit away from myself and see and try to study, analyze the situation, and so on. No, because sometimes when we are in the center of the feeling bad, then we just want to explode. No, we just want to blame somebody. We just want to do something nasty. But it is not like this. No, so we have to recoil from ourselves a little bit away, and then see it for what it is, a trigger, and then work on it, and then say, "Gotcha, this is what you mean, and this is the reason why I need to work on myself." Yeah.
Right, absolutely. Yeah. And I want to share a couple things that our audience is sharing in the chat. Um, Joythy has said, self sabotage no more, and no more triggers. I love that. She said she had to remove my husband wife belief system and go for soul higher self version. Yeah, relationships will also bring up a lot of stuff. So, and she added, not even guilty for anything. So, thank you for sharing that. And then Tanya has shared a few things. What did Tanya say? Oh, that she saw the corresponding color of the chakra behind closed my eyelids during
That's good.
the
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that great? During the healing session just now, most of the time I could see the corresponding color of the chakra behind closed eyelids. I see. Okay. Yeah, that is great. In because I think the more vivid you can make it, the better. So
Yes, yes.
yeah, with red and green, my hands were tingling. Yeah, I think those colors were very powerful for me too. So thank you for everyone sharing. Let's see. We got some great sparkles and hearts from Lilia and Alyssa, another heart. So um, that's great. Wow. Felipe, before we move on, is there anything else that you would like to share with us?
Just a quick note, because I saw people commenting on the tingling. If you feel the tingling, that means that life is bringing you the opportunity to use these colors in all its might. No, so just go ahead and use it like crazy, yeah, and work on them very hard.
Yeah. Okay, good. Good to know. Good to know. And as I said, a reminder, we record these sessions. So it's I would suggest going back and doing this again, and make sure you're here for the next session as we continue this great work. So we do these sessions monthly. Let me just yeah. And we do these sessions monthly, and so we put them on your calendar when we announce them. Share it with your friends the more often. Alyssa just said she's so thirsty after the exercises, and yeah, I don't know if you guys just heard that gap, but I literally just ran to refill my water because I had been drinking so much water during this, and I thought I've got to keep talking, and I feel super parched. So yeah, keep up the water when you're doing this kind of work. But I felt especially thirsty. So Felipe, whatever you were doing, sounds like we were clearing a lot. So
Right. Yeah.
yeah. Cool. All right. Well, thanks everyone for your comments and questions. And hopefully you've also had a chance to refill your water, run to the bathroom if you need to, because we're gonna move on to the next part of the session, which is the clearing of the implants. And these words here were given to us from Cobra when we ask him about the importance of doing these the clearings, and he said what these clearings do is they help with deprogramming, dissolving limited beliefs, and liberating our consciousness. And so, as you can understand, this is very important to do right now. So, what we're going to do is, and thank you for hanging in there with us. We're going to move on to the. Before we move on, let's see. I'm going to go back a second here. I love this. We just had another comment pop up that I want to share. Dragonfly said, every single day we are to show up for ourselves. I love that. We are so worth it. Yes, we are. Keep on keeping on, beloved sisters and bro stars. Love that. That's a great comment. Yeah, we are so worth it. And there were several points during what we just did, the healing, where I did feel such tremendous love for self-love, and just like we are worth it. We are all worth it. So and Joy Lee shared another comment. I felt really expansion and light in the energy fields. So very, very good. Felipe, did you want to say something else?
That it's fantastic that you guys are sharing this information with us, this feedback, and then we are going to continue doing this work with all the love in our hearts. And just a quick reminder that you can also mention or suggest some topics so we can think about them and then prepare them and present them for our presentations.
Yes. Thank you for mentioning that. Because we love your feedback, and if there is a topic, or if you yourself would like to present a topic, and I'm talking to our audience now. We have quite the gifted audience, and if there is something that a healing exercise, procedure, meditation that you feel would benefit our audience, please excuse me, please contact us and let us know. You can we check we're all admins on the Victory of the Light Telegram channel, and that's a great way to reach us, and to just communicate with us or let us know during these sessions here. So but yeah, we love your input. So okay, well, we better move on because we have more work to do. So what we're going to do next is exercise 4. Going back to the exercises that we were doing before. We used to do this in the beginning of the program, but we wanted to give Felipe that beautiful space to do what he was doing, and so now we're moving on to this portion and of clearing the implants, and we do want to do a contract cancellation. It's an important step. And basically, for this, I forgot to remind you guys earlier that you will need paper and pencil. So if you can hurry and get that if you don't have it in front of you, because what we're going to be doing is writing out this contract on a piece of paper. And we are going to give you time to write it out. And then once you've written it out, you will read it out loud with as much conviction that you possibly can. And the contract cancellation goes like this: in the name of the I am that I am, in the name of the divine soul presence that I am, I cancel and nullify all my contracts and agreements in the past, present, and future made between any part of my being and the dark forces. I decree and I command that all consequences of these contracts and agreements are null and void and are completely and permanently erased from my reality. I am now a sovereign and free being of light from now and for all eternity. So be it, and so it is. So be it, and so it is. So be it, and so it is. And then you will sign your name at the bottom. So you can see how powerful this is. And especially after you've written it, if you write it out, or I'm sorry, say it out loud, with as much emotion that you can, you will give it extra power. So what we're going to do is just put on some soft music and give you guys 8 minutes to write this out and to decree it out loud. And then we will meet you back here in 8 minutes. Okay, we'll see you then. And welcome back. We do suggest that you keep this piece of paper that you've written this out on. And we suggest that, I didn't mention this earlier, but for this work that you actually write it out. You don't type it on a tablet or on your computer, but that you do the actual act of writing it out, and that you save this paper and keep it with you. Read it on occasion. Read it in the morning. Read it before bed. Maybe carry it in your wallet, or and refer to it once in a while, and say it out loud. This can be done over and over and over. There are so many layers to this contract cancellation and to these contracts, and they are renewed just by living in the 3D matrix society. They sort of are given more energy as we participate in the 3D world, and so that's why it's important that we continuously do this over and over and over again. And so this is why we do it each time, and we suggest that you do it on your own time as well. So just to keep removing those layers from these contracts. So okay, and we are going to move on now to let's see here. Okay, to our next section. We are going to do the actual work of removing the implants. And again, it's not just one time. You can't do this once. These have been here for like 25,000 years. And so, and each time we're incarnated, we're reimplanted again. And so we sort of chip away at these. And the more often we do this work, the more effective we are in removing them and clearing them and loosening their hold over us. So I'd just like to explain real quick about the primary implants that we will be working on today. There's three of them. There's the two vertical ones, which are in our frontal lobe area, and remember, these are in our non-physical bodies. So they're above our eyebrows, and these were placed here to separate us from source and from our higher self. So when you experience challenges in making wise decisions, or your survival fears pop up, or your intuition feels blocked, or you have that feeling of separation and loneliness, if you're having a hard time concentrating, connecting to source or your higher self when you're meditating, this is likely because of these two vertical implants that are placed in that frontal lobe area. And so to help dissolve these, we will be doing the I Am God exercise. And then we will also be doing another exercise for the horizontal implant, which was placed in our non-physical body near the solar plexus. So it's about 4 centimeters above the navel. And this was placed here to separate our heart from our sexuality. So our sexual center, our heart center and our heart energy, there's a chasm between that and our sexual energy. And this creates oftentimes a separation between men and women. This was used to cause its separation between men and women, and cause us to have different ideas about what sex is, and relationships and that kind of thing. It creates that division and that conflict between us. This implant also blocks our emotions, our creativity. It separates our kundalini. And so we will be doing an exercise called Sex is Love, so that we can help to clear that. And so let us, these exercises are called triangulation exercises. And just so that you understand the concept of it, because what we're going to be doing is writing two contradictory statements. And the reason we write the two contradictory statements over and over again is to help decrease the implant's effect in your mind, because it will place it in the opposite polarity. So, for instance, with the vertical implants, which are the two above your eyebrows, these are placed here to create the primary belief that you are not God. So, it gives you the belief that I am not God. And so, when you write first, I am God, and then you put yourself in that state, and we say put yourself in that state, we mean feel it, believe it, have that emotion behind it. And then immediately afterwards, you're going to write, I am not God. And then you also place yourself in that in that state. You're going to feel what it feels like when you write and think, I am not God. It brings your mind into both alternate states. And that polarity of this, I am God, I am not God, I am God, I am not God, it begins to dissolve the implants. And it does the same thing with that horizontal implant, which is the one above your navel. And this was placed here to program you that sex is not love. And so when you write these two alternating affirmations, sex is love and sex is not love, you decrease the effect of the implant and it begins to clear. And so this is what we're going to be doing. And with the this first exercise, that is called our I am God, I am not God exercise. And what we're going to be doing is writing the two statements. I am God, I'm not God. Or if it resonates more, you can say I am source, I am not source, or I am one with source, I am not one with source, or I am goddess, I am not goddess. So whatever resonates with you, because remember, you have to believe it. You have to feel and put yourself in that state for this to have the most impact. And this is why we also suggest doing in your own language. For international community, if English isn't your first language, maybe you would like to, so that you can really feel it. Write this in your native language, and we're going to give you 8 minutes to do this exercise again, and you're going to fill a page, or you don't even necessarily have to fill a page. You're going to write it as often as you can while you're still feeling the emotion attached to it. So if you write it and you need to pause a moment to feel, okay, what does it feel like? I am God. And then you're going to write out, I am not God. And then you're going to pause to feel, what does that feel like? But the idea is to go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And this sort of negates, this is how we dissolve that implant. We bring it to a place of neutrality, kind of like a +1 and a -1, bringing it to a 0. And so that's the idea, is we want to be in a place of neutrality, because these implants were placed within us to affect our beliefs. And so this is why there's so many false beliefs in the world, is because people are affected by these implants, and it's affecting our will and our choices. So if we're in a neutral place, we can then choose. We're free to choose what we want to believe versus being programmed by an implant. So again, we're going to put some music on for 8 minutes. Have your paper and pencil handy, and then you will write out, I am God, I am not God. And remember to feel it, and we will meet you back here in 8 minutes. Okay, and welcome back. Now we're going to move on to our second triangulation exercise, and that is called Sex is Love, Sex is Not Love. And in this, we will be doing the same thing, in which we will be writing the statements sex is love, and then pausing to feel that, and then writing out sex is not love, and then pausing to feel that. And it's okay if emotions come up or some strong feelings. This is why they're coming up. They are to be transmuted, and this work helps to do that. And so we do suggest, again, writing this in your own language, and again, feeling it. So putting yourself in that state. And we'll do the same thing. We'll give you 8 minutes to write it out. Sex is love. Sex is not love. And we'll meet you back here in 8 minutes. And welcome back. This exercise in particular can bring up some emotions. And so, as I said before, just allow yourself to feel, and that feeling and working with the emotions is very healing, as well as helping to truly transmute. And so we do suggest that you do not save these last two exercises, the I am God and sex is love. These are used solely for the purpose of transmuting that energy, and you've done the work. So whenever you feel like it's the right time, you can throw them away, tear them up, burn them, whatever you want. But this, unlike the contract cancellation, which we suggest saving, we do suggest that these two triangulation exercises you do not save. So we've got two more brief exercises coming up that helps to clear the implants, and we will share a few comments at that point. But I would like to, a couple comments came up in the chat that we wanted to address very quickly, from Dan. And he said, nothing is going to change until the laws change, divorce courts, false rape allegations, anti-male legislations. The division will continue no matter what implants are removed. And then he also said, don't mean to be a killjoy, but didn't the hippies in the 60s try all this and failed? Seriously. And his last point, I think one of the, no, not his last point. He made a couple. I think one of the biggest problems we have is the asleep population who are still stuck in the matrix and believe everything they see on TV. That is so true. And then he says there needs to be some sort of temporal explosion to knock them out of their trance. Dan, you make some very, very solid, valid points there. There is still so much programming going on with the matrix and collectively, and so many people that are still asleep. And it likely will take something very, as you said, a explosion of some type, which we are acknowledging as the event, the shift that will happen on the planet. And it is likely that many of these matrix systems will stay in place until that time. However, that's why it's so urgently important that we individually do our healing work and do what we can to remove and dissolve these implants. Us doing this work may not necessarily change our society and bring down the matrix and the collective, but the more and more people that can individually heal themselves and clear themselves of these implants, the more and the quicker will bring about this shift. And this is why we are so diligent. You know, we are a team of volunteers that are doing this. We are not paid to do this work, and we make this commitment to you every month, and you make the commitment to yourself by investing this time, because you understand how important this is. And doing this individual work, we are raising our own vibration, and that vibration, one person with a higher frequency can nullify so much darkness on the planet. And so, just to bring that liberation that much closer. Um, and Felipe, would you like to add something?
Sure. The thing, I think, the main situation that we are supposed to be doing right now is to work on ourselves, and everything else is going to change by default, because we will be switching to the timeline that it's in accordance with the energy that we put into the universe. There's no other way. So if the other people do not want to wake up, it's fine, because there has to be a division, the 3D and the 5D, we are going to continue moving until they finally will separate, and everybody's going to go in his her own merry way. So I do not worry too much about the society. Of course, I really feel sad for the things that they seem not to understand. But what else can I do? No, observe, and then need to move on. Um, all the work that we do is for our own benefit, and this benefit is going to also precipitate into the society. And let's suppose that tomorrow there's a big event, that there's a big stuff that is going to help people coming out of trance, as you said. Fine, because we will be prepared, and we will be informed, and we will be ready to help. And this is what it is important. Now, so not worry about the rest. Let us concentrate on ourselves and do the work, and the rest is going to mm, follow its own perfection. Follow its own perfection.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Absolutely great, excellent point, Felipe. Yeah, it's bringing it closer, and yeah, I thank you for sharing that. I wanted to share what Tanya said as well. She is saying that more and more people are waking up. That veil is thinning, and this is because of the work that we're doing. And as Felipe said, the reason we're doing this work is so that we can be the way showers when people are waking up, and when so that we can help others to wake up. Tanya also mentions it has to be done bit by bit. Too much at once for someone and they break. And that's again the role that we play. We have woken up early for a reason, and that role will be to be the guides and the teachers and the comforters for people, because it will be a lot for some people. So um, I love this comment too from Baron. Each smile, every time we are helping someone, every time we can be gentle to someone, it will change the planet. Each of us can do this every day and spread love and light and awaken more people. Thank you for that beautiful comment. And that is bringing in that beautiful, loving goddess energy into the planet. And how each and every small gesture, as he said, makes that difference. So thank you for those beautiful comments, everyone. So great. Well, we're coming close to the end here. So, and thank you for sticking with us. You guys are warriors. I love it. So, yeah, Tanya, it's like a snowball effect. It is. Okay, so we're moving on, and Felipe, since you have the microphone handy, I'm going to turn this one over to you so you can explain this one to our audience.
All right. So we all know through different informations that we have got that we are actually in a state of basically in a situation in which there's a lot of what is called primary anomaly. This primary anomaly separates ourselves from what is the source and from the rest of the universe. So we are going to do this crystal meditation technique, so we can actually loosen up from this plasma anomaly. And all this plasma anomaly is obviously affecting our energy field and our reality, our perception of reality, and so on. So what we are going to do now is that we are going to visualize this um, this formation around us, and that is going to rotate, and then it's going to continue helping us to clear up and purify and keep the anomalous, the primary anomaly away from our lives. So if there's a recommendation there, if you have Sintamani stones, Sintamani stones are these stones that came from the Sirius planet that exploded and brought the information about the galactic superwave. So if you have these Sintamani stones, you can put them on the implants that you are aware of, and it will strengthen the effects of this meditation. So we visualize that we are inside this crystal, and we are going to put some music, and then we'll be back in 5 minutes.
Visualize a double terminated hexagonal crystal shape made of pure white light surrounding you, with one termination at your soul star chakra and the other termination at your earth star chakra, and with one hexagon around your heart chakra, and the other hexagon surrounding your root chakra. Visualize spheres of sky blue light at each of the 14 corners of the crystal shape. Visualize 3 more spheres of sky blue light at each of the implants. One on the solar plexus and 2 in the frontal lobe area.
Okay, and welcome back. I thought that was kind of interesting that in the exercise that Felipe presented to us today, people were talking about the heart, the green chakra, and the red chakra, the root chakra, and those were also pointed out in this crystal meditation technique. So serendipity is beautiful. So okay, this is our last exercise that we will do today for the implant clearings. And this is an activation of our pineal pituitary energy field. And just so many of us know how important that is. And it's because the energy of this field can cross the plasma membrane into the higher planes, which then opens a connection between the higher self and the higher planes. So the connection between the higher planes and the lower planes, including the physical body. And when we activate this field, it allows the higher self to access all of our body systems, such as our immune system, our nervous system, etc., to heal and harmonize them. And this connection with our higher self helps with everything. It helps to activate our higher abilities. It gives us more strength, more peace, more love, and it protects us and harmonizes our reality. And so this exercise that we're going to do today is we're going to be just visualizing and working, doing some actual physical movements. The first step is to visualize 3 beams of sky blue light crossing your head and going through the center of your brain where the pineal pituitary energy field is. So there will be 1 beam that goes front to back through the third eye chakra, 1 beam that goes up and down, coming from the crown chakra and coming out near the mouth, the throat chakra, and 1 beam going left to right above the ears. So we'll be visualizing those, and then what we will be doing is placing 2 fingers at both of the entry points for each of these beams of light. So first, and you can do these in whatever order. We have a video we're going to play, so it's probably just best to follow the direction in the video. But 2 fingers will go front to back, 2 fingers top to bottom, and 2 fingers side to side. So we will be placing our fingers in those entry points. And as we do this, as we visualize these blue beams of light, we are going to repeatedly sing the mantra, Uwa, Yuwa. We'll see in the video how it's pronounced. I forgot. And then we'll do this repeatedly for a few minutes. And while you're doing this, it's important to visualize a sphere of brilliant white purple light at the center of your brain where this energy field is. And by doing this on a regular basis, it will progressively open up this energy field. So this is a short little video, and we're just going to follow along and activate these points, this energy field. So we'll meet you back here at the end of the video.
Visualize 3 beams of sky blue light crossing your head, going through the center of your brain where the pineal pituitary energy field is. 1 beam going between front and back through your third eye chakra. 1 beam going up and down through your crown chakra, coming out under your mouth near the throat chakra. 1 beam going left and right above the ears. Place 2 fingers at both entry points of the beam of blue light on your head, doing 1 beam after the other successively. In other words, place 2 fingers on both sides of your head above the ears for some time. Then place the fingers on your head at the front and back of the third eye chakra for some time. Then place the fingers on your head, one hand at the crown chakra and one hand under your mouth near the throat chakra for some time. While you do this, keep visualizing the 3 beams of blue light and sing repeatedly the mantra Yo. Do all this repeatedly for a few minutes. Keep doing all the above while also visualizing a sphere of brilliant white purple light at the center of your brain where the pineal pituitary energy field is.
And welcome back. Well, we thank you so much for hanging in there with us and doing this really, really wonderful work. I'd like to share a couple of comments, and if anyone over the next minute or so has anything they want to share with us, we'll share that real quick before we move on to the very end in which we will invoke Command 771. And a lovely comment from Kelly. Thank you so much to all you all for giving us your time and helping us on our ascension process and giving us knowledge to help others. I truly love you all. Well, Kelly, thank you for sharing that beautiful love. We love you too. So a lot of love going around today. So that was really beautiful. We got a thank you from Joseph Mack in Virginia. So thank you for joining us. And comment from our beautiful sister Laura. Love and gratitude, Deborah, May, Cindy, and Felipe, and everyone for sharing your loving energy with us through this healing session. Goddess blessings in victory of the light. Thank you for your beautiful, beautiful comment, Laura. So glad to have you with us. And I just want to make a couple quick announcements. If anyone else has any comments, let's see. We have Joythi, thank you so much for removing implants around neck, ears, forehead, mouth, throat. Yes, 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 all of that. Tanya, glad to see. She said, what a powerful session. It went by so quickly. Time fly. It did. It just feels like the session just went zoom, zoom. And we've been watching the clock, trying to, make sure we didn't go over too much, but lots and lots to do today. And we do hope that you stay with us for our very last portion. Again, it's optional if you want to stay on. It's also a great way to fall asleep if you're so inclined to do that. We can you can do that because we're just going to put some music on. We're going to together invoke Command 771. Remember, all of this work is so much more important when we do it together, and it's so much more powerful. So we're going to invoke together, and then you can just kind of drift off. But before we do, I just want to share a couple things. Most of you know this, but this is how you can find out information of when our session will be next month as we set the date. The Telegram channel, we have the Victory of the Light as well as the chat. And also our friends at We Love Mass Meditation has keeps a timetable of different implant clearing sessions as they take place in various languages. And also, if you're inclined to do some daily meditations to support planetary liberation and peace, you can find those on the We Love Mass Meditations website, as well as the 2012 portal.blogspot website. That's Cobra's site. And on various Telegram channels. Again, our Victory of the Light channel, our Sisterhood of the Rose channel. We Love Mass Meditation has a channel, and there's also a team of light workers, Let's Meditate for Planetary Liberation, which do daily meditations as well. And I would like to point out that during the session, We Love Mass Meditation did put out a notification that the current daily meditation for peace between Russia and Ukraine, NATO, has been updated to now be a meditation between Russia and Lithuania. And if you'd like to find out the reasons why, please go to We Love Mass Meditation for that information. And so, yeah. So what we're going to be doing, as I said, we're moving on to the very, very, very last portion of this. We're going to invoke Command 771 together. This is a command that I'm going to bring Cindy on here, and she's going to explain this to you in terms of how it all works, why this is so important and powerful. And all you're going to do, we're going to invoke this together, and you're just going to, we suggest laying down, relaxing for 20 minutes. We're going to run a video. You can do it on your own if you want, 20, 30 minutes, but we're going to just play some fabulous music And I would like to give credit to this artist that we are going to be featuring. This is Kenta Hayashi. I'm not sure if I'm saying his name right, but he does some beautiful music in which he works with a light mandala, and he does tachyonized music. And if you're familiar with the tachyon process, there are many tachyon chambers around the world that are very, very healing. Well, he has work this into his music. And so not only are we doing this Command 771, which is very powerful, but we're going to be playing this very powerful music as well during this. So a big shout out to him and a thank you to him for his contribution to the planet. And so Cindy, would you like to take the mic and explain to us what Command 771 is?
Of course, Deborah. So, the Pleiadians have finally developed a protocol for emotional healing. If you feel negative emotions, or if you feel victimized for someone's emotion, if you are emotionally hurt, or if you have emotional issues or traumas, this Command 771 is made for you. And we need to understand the matrix and the negative beings and entities who serve and maintain it know very well that for the human beings that we are, emotions are both a strong point and a weak point. We are all more or less sensitive or sentient to what others do to us and what they say to us, how they behave with us. We must therefore understand and control or master our feelings and emotions as they contribute to increase or decrease our vibratory frequency. So, if you wish to receive emotional healing from the Pleiadians, you can say Command 771 three times in a row in your head. But for more efficiency, you need to say it three times in a row out loud. And Pleiadian medical ships will assist you with their healing beams. It helps to lay down and allow between 20 and 30 minutes for the healing process. So please relax, invoke, and listen to the beautiful music of our musician for the end of the session.
Thank you, Cindy, for that fabulous explanation. Okay. And so now let us together, we will invoke this three times. Let us together say Command 771, Command 771, Command 771. And now relax for 20 minutes. And we thank you for staying with us and for joining us today. Much love. Thank you again to everyone who attended our session today. We love you, we appreciate you, and we value you, and we look forward to seeing you next time. And in the meantime, we will say, victory of the light.
Victory of the light.
Victoria the light.